Joe Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. So it took forever for my HISS to get here, but then the HISS fire team got here just a couple of days after the HISS, so I'm able to review them back to back and really get the full appreciation for how these are going to match up with that incredible HISS tank. If you did not watch my HISS tank review yesterday, go check it out. Also, go check out the archived Audible Interlude podcast live stream that happened last night. And you can check out the audio version this Friday wherever you get your podcasts. So this is one of those things where Hasbro just suckers you in. If you backed the HISS tank, you kind of have to have this. And I understand not everybody got it, but I needed it. The packaging matches up with the HISS tank. On the back of the HISS tank packaging, it's got like a blueprint style thing. They've done the same thing here. This is absolutely meant to go alongside. I posted a picture on the Audible Interlude podcast Instagram of this with the HISS tank box, and it looks incredible. And I wish we had the SMS right now to put them all together, but we don't, and that's okay. These are all figures that have already been released, or at least the tooling for them has come out before. Oh wow, everybody's accessories are just jammed into the same extra long locker. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm actually going to keep the box up here as a reference for who gets what, because I'm not necessarily going to remember off the top of my head. So let's jam that over there to the side. Get our extra long locker. This was a Pulse exclusive, which is fitting since the HISS tank itself was also obviously a Pulse exclusive. I'm very curious to see these side by side with the HISS figures, which we will take a look at the end of the review. Because color-wise, I don't know. I don't know if they match up as well as... Oh, gosh, I already see a big, giant, glaring, awful problem that I hope isn't as... these stupid plastic tabs. If you don't keep track of them right off the bat, they're going to end up on the floor, all over the place. Which, they're going to end up there anyway. But it's going to be even more chaotic. Throw those in the trash. So right off the bat, I see a problem. And that problem is that massive gap in the waist of our officer. That is brutal. That's like Firefly bad. Okay, sorry, the dogs have been freaking out. I think they're thoroughly fed up with me today, probably because I've been reviewing HISS stuff for like 12 hours now. All right, let's see. Oh, it looks like his crotch piece is just... Oh, what the... What is this? What? Not that I expect there to be any indication of a weird deco. Oh, wait. I mean, that looks like that, but that looks so strange. I mean, that's some kind of error, right? I can't even tell what it... Oh, here we go. Oh, my glare is messed up on my camera. Sorry, guys. I had to pull my... There we go. That's better. All right. I had to redo my whole setup. I mean, what is that blob? it kind of looks like it's supposed to be something, but it's just such odd placement for anything. I'm going to have to go on the website and like look at the images. I guess I'm going to have to do it now. These to this day of reviewing is never going to end. Okay, so I went and looked and checked this out. That is a thing. It's some kind of insignia. It's some blobby thing. So that is supposed to be there. All right, so let's get back to the other thing that I had a problem with that I was trying to fix. And by the way, I really, really dig the colors on this guy. The gray, the dark red, the lighter gray. Like it looks, he stands out. He looks cool. He looks different. I'm appreciating it. So it looks like this piece just slipped down some. And I have pushed it back up. And now look at that. He has a normal looking waist. And I mean, honestly, the belt kind of sits right there anyway. But that's all it was. It wasn't a Firefly problem. It was just his waist wasn't situated quite right. So this is the officer body. Everything looks good. Coloration is a little different. Matches up with, well, we'll see how well it matches up with everything in the HISS, but a different look for the officer. I'm a huge fan of this sculpt, so I like that they've managed to use it as much as they have used it. Everything feels good on this one. Nothing gummy, nothing stuck. All good here. I'm going to call it good. So, okay, cool. Move that piece up. I'll fiddle around with the belt a little bit more, but he looks good. He looks like he's supposed to look, except for this is just kind of a blobby blob that looks weird. So now, let's take a look at our infantry, Cobra HISS infantry. Again, another great mold and just different colors. Oh, look, it still has that wonderful hinge. Classified team, bring that hinge back. I can't believe you did away with that. It's so good. And again, feels good. Don't love this. The gray pins in the middle of a glossy black and a red. That looks pretty whack and is not something we see a whole lot in classified. I think they could have done better with that. But otherwise, I like the color on the vest here. Just the darker gray paint helps bring it out a little bit. Everything moves nicely, looks good. The glossy black looks great and will complement the HISS figures glossy black nicely. So it looks good. Then finally we've got, I am thrilled to have another Range Viper here. So I got a Range Viper and have never seen them in a store. I would love to have some more. This one's head actually moves. That's nice. I would like to have, I don't know. I think with some of the troop builders, I convinced myself, okay, these are singular characters, so I don't really need multiples, or maybe it's a specialty within the units of Cobra. So, like, there would be a regular Range Viper, there would be a HISS Range Viper, maybe there'll be a Crimson Range Viper, or whatever. Although I don't know how that would differ from this one a whole heck of a lot. So I'm able to sort of convince myself, like, okay, I only need one of this, because otherwise you go nuts, especially when it's a Walmart exclusive and you may never ever see it in the store or for regular price on the website again. So this is a nice variation on, oh gosh, that knee. Woo! I didn't think that was going to bend. There we go. All right. The red, I think the reason I like Crimson so much as a Cobra faction is red is just sinister and cool and kind of just more wicked than the blue is, to be honest. There's something intimidating about red. Look at just the textures going on here. It's really cool. So yeah, good job. Range Viper, Trooper, Officer look great together. All the colors are complementary. They have each has an individual gray that's a little bit unique. The Range Viper has this sort of middle gray. The Officer has this lighter gray. But their reds match. Like, they look like a unit. And again, at the end of this, we'll take them out and check them out next to the HISS and see how they look. So let's take a look at these accessories now. And this insanely long accessory locker that's actually kind of cool that I might keep. I wonder if they're... Okay, so each does have its own little bag. So once you get one set, you know it goes... I mean, you could mix and match these all you want. That's fine, but I'm not that guy. I need the accessories to go with the person that the accessories are supposed to go with. So let's see whose accessories are these. There's our Range Viper. Oh, wait, no. No, it's not. Wait, what? Oh, it's not. It's just a mix. They just mixed them all together. Great. So we have 3 bags, but they're all just mixed. That's really weird. And this does include a bunch of blast effects, which is cool. Oh, you know what else I'm going to have to test? I am going to have to check and see if those blast effects work with the HISS. Finally, oh my gosh, just a huge mass of accessories here. All right, so you've got the blast effects that came with scrap iron. Look great. We'll try those out on the HISS. You have got little warped. Not crazy about that. Bazooka's rocket launcher. Put that together. And I like this because it is reminiscent of the Cobra Bazooka Trooper. So this is cool. I like it. I can't believe this thing is warped. It's so thick. I'm going to have to heat it up. Range Viper's backpack in a pleasing gray with some paint. A little red. The shells have a little paint on them. That's a nice touch. I like it. Cobra Trooper helmet with the 788 on it. I like that. I like that designation. I think it's cool. That is the Trooper helmet, isn't it? Yeah, because the Officer helmet has a chevron. There we go. And look how much that adds to that look. It's just so nice. And then the Officer helmet with the chevron on the front. Plug that down into place. Again, the 788 just adds so much to it. Put that Range Viper backpack. Oh, wait, that's not the Range Viper backpack. What am I doing? Well, we'll kit them up and then go out. I've got Bazooka's backpack that holds all of the rockets. Now these, no deco on this at all. Just straight up gray. Feels a little cheap. I mean, could have at least painted the heads of these or something like that. I mean, this looks like a prototype almost. Like this is pretty weak with no paint at all. Let's see, the Officer's back holster deal thing. is this? Oh, this is the Range Vipers. Big fan of this thing. I really dig that. At some point, maybe I'll do a top whatever classified blasters. This is bent also. Classified blasters video. Nice grenade launcher. I guess you can say grenade. I just did. Also bent. And Range Vipers ammo belt. Looks, at least this has paint on it. Looks good. Range Vipers tool. Also bent. Everything in here bent. I'm just going to heat it all up. And then the knife also bent. This not bent. Shockingly. Pretty good little blaster. I like it. Got 2 ports right here. So we've got a standard one, and then that's not going to work. Nothing. It's funny that there's even a port there because you just can't quite get anything. Sort of, but that doesn't really work. That works a little better, maybe. Got a little hand blaster, which I'm a big fan of this one. Very sunbow looking. This one is not bent. Little teeny tiny knife. And a couple of hand blasters. Both have ports on the... well, yeah. Both have ports on the front. No paint. They used up their paint budget. What is going on with this? What are... oh, they're blue, like lasery looking things. They're bent too, of course. Those will need to be heated up. And then just more standard blast effects. Like, and you've got somebody's got a scarf. I guess that's a Range Viper. Right? Yeah, that's his little scarf. We'll put that on him. That's fine. There you go. A little scarf. Oh, it covers up his logo, though. I don't know. And then just other random blast effects that I'm going to put in my blast effect bowl over here. Except for these blue ones. I'm interested in these blue ones. At first I was like, why blue? But now I find them somewhat compelling. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to gear everybody up and we're going to take them in and put them next to the HISS. Okay, so please excuse my background here. It's been a long day of reviewing. This is what I got. As you can see, the reds don't quite match our HISS crew, but they do sort of match parts of the HISS, so I can't get too picky about it. They do look like a unit here, especially with our tactician. Like, he's the one that kind of ties it all together with his black and his gray. I wish the HISS team's reds were more vibrant. They look more like crimson than like the actual HISS personnel. But these 3, like, in the HISS, these 3 on the HISS, in whatever capacity they can fit. I think everything works. It'll be fine. The one thing I did notice, though, and this is Goonie, is the officer came with his little holster, but does not have the gun that goes in it. I just said it. Blaster, that goes in it. Nor does he have the one that uses this. So he's got his belt for no good reason. In the end, I'm going to have to, I guess I'll put them up front here so we know what we're talking about. In the end, I am going to have to call the fire team set a little lazy. There are some things that really should have been done better. Those reds should be brighter. Whatever that mess is on the officer's shoulder, either shouldn't be there or should be much clearer. I don't dislike the set. It's really cool. I'm glad I've got it, and I'm gonna load them up on my HISS. But I just gotta say, it just feels subpar. Like it was cranked out, and they really didn't even think about the product that they were going with, and that's something I don't often say about classified. It's almost like a different team was told, hey, put together some red and black troops, but we're not given the specifics. Imagine how much better this team would look if they were all the bright red of that HISS driver. And they all matched, but they don't. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things. And until next time, Cobra. Oh, sorry, one more thing. I got to stop doing this. These do not in any way, shape, or form fit into the HISS cannons at all. So there you go.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.